Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. So if y'all can see by the title, today is another story time. Yeah, before we get into this video, make sure you know what to do. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already doing so. Give your girl a thumbs up and comment down below because we on the road to 100K, y'all. Hopefully by the end of this year, I'll be at that. So yeah. So before we get into this video, I just want to say I'm sorry to y'all. And this is why I'm sorry. So I'm sorry because y'all, this past weekend I was in Florida and I didn't vlog nothing. Not one thing, not at all. And I had so much fun. Like I ate so much, had so much fun. And I was all over too. Like I was in Miami, Fort Myers, and Tampa, and I didn't vlog nothing. And I went out like, you know, I did a lot. So I just want to say I'm sorry for that. Sorry. But anyways, I'll be back because I enjoyed myself and I love it there. It was so peaceful and just relaxing. So I'll be back, and when I go back, I'll make sure I vlog for y'all, and I might got a story for y'all. But anyway, before we get into this video, I already said what y'all should do, and let's get straight into it. So this video took place back when I was 17, y'all. 17. Y'all already know the creeps be out. So back when I was younger, just my whole life period, we used to go to Vegas a lot because, you know, if you're from California or whatever the fuck, LA, like I'm from LA, so Vegas is a 4-hour drive. That's right up the street. So we used to go to Vegas a lot from when I was little to when I got older to when I got grown. Vegas. Like I probably go to Vegas. I go to Vegas multiple times in a year for sure. I do. Like I already been this year and the year just started and I already been to Vegas. Like Vegas is just right there and it's always fun. So anyway, enough about Vegas. So anyway, so when I was like 17, we was going, it was a family thing. We was all going to Vegas. I forgot what was the reason why we was going out there, but we was all going, and I think it was just to go or something like that. I don't know. So we was all going or whatever. So this trip, I'm like, I'm older now. I'm like, can I bring my homegirl? So my mom like, yeah, whatever. She didn't care, whatever. So I asked, can my homegirl come? And the homegirl that came, y'all love y'all favorite. It was Toxic. So I'm like, so Toxic mom said it's cool. Like she could come, and so cool. So we end up driving, we get to Vegas or whatever. We stayed at this hotel that was like off the strip. And it was one of those hotels, y'all know, where it's like you get the living room, kitchen, and 2 bedrooms. So it was one of those. So everybody, like each person that came with like their kids, like their family, whatever, they all had their own room. So my room, it was just my parents and my little sisters and me and Toxic. So me and Toxic had our own little room and whatever like that. So we in the room, whatever, they had a pool there. It was in the summertime, we swimming and shit like that. But I'm like, girl, I want to go on a strip. And this was Toxic first time ever going to Vegas. So yeah, so I'm like, I want to go on the strip. So she like, we could go on the strip, like we kids, like we could go on the strip. So I'm like, girl, anybody could go on the strip. Like it's the strip. We ain't gonna go in the casino, but the strip is lit. So she like, okay, and it's summertime, bitch, we outside. So I told my mom, this is what I used to always do every time we'll come, because she like, how we gonna go? Like we gonna be with your mom? I'm like, we going without the adults, like it's gonna be us. So she like, what? So one of my little cousins, she was trying to come or whatever, but I'm just like, no, because she the type that be like, she not ready for this outside that we outside with right now. She not ready for that. So I'm like, nah. So anyway, I told my mom, I'm like, hey mom, can you drop me and Toxic off at Circus? Like I really want to go to the arcade there. She never been, like, you know. So my mom like, oh, okay, cool, because all the adults be getting drunk as hell. They ain't trying to babysit us. I'm 17. My mom know I'm smart, even though y'all see these stories, I be getting myself into some dumb shit, but she know I make the good decisions sometimes. So she like, yeah, whatever, like I'll drop y'all off. So I'm like, cool. So she dropped us off, y'all. When she dropped us off, it was probably like 7, 8. I don't know what time it was. It was pretty late, but hey, I don't know why she waited so late to drop us off. She could have been dropped us off. But anyway, she dropped us off or whatever. So y'all, mind you, if you've been to Vegas, you know this is a motherfucking hike. She dropped us off at Circus. We go inside in the arcade part. Boom. Y'all, for some reason, even to this day, like when I go to Vegas, the most littest part be in front of Planet Hollywood. Like even if you go for like the summertime for the day clubs and all that shit, the littest part, if you're walking the strip, is always in front of Planet Hollywood. Going in Planet Hollywood to that Fat Tuesdays, right there, like outside, it be lit. It be a lot of motion going on. So I'm like, oh, we gotta get to Planet Hollywood. Y'all, you been to Vegas? And this was back then. This was in like 2012, y'all. That's when I was 17. So imagine now they starting to build up and little shit, like building up in between and shit. But before it was nothing. It was circus way down here, nothing. Then little convenience stores, then some casino, then you starting to get somewhere, like, you know. So I was like, yo, we got a fucking mission. Like, circus, the fucking mall, like, we have to walk past the damn mall. Like, this is a mission. So I'm like, you ready? She like, ready for? I said, bitch, we about to hike. We about to hike because we not staying here. Like, we not staying in circus. There's kids in here. Like, it ain't even teenagers in here. It's really like fucking kids. So we hiking the circus. Boom, walking. You know, after like for a long time we walking because it ain't nothing right there back then. It still ain't really nothing right there, but they like building up and shit. But y'all, so we walking, you know, coming past creeps, weirdos and shit like that, all the other shit or whatever like that. So at this time, this is when they was doing like construction and shit on the strip. So they was like putting up all those little escalators to cross over the street, so you ain't gotta walk through the streets and shit. So it was like a lot going on. So it was confusing as hell when we finally did get down there. So we end up walking, and then when we trying to figure out which way, I'm like, we need to get to Planet Hollywood. It was this guy, like, he hear us talking. So he was like, y'all trying to get to Planet Hollywood? So we like, yeah, we trying to get that way. Like, do you know which way we go? Because it's confusing. Like, when they was doing the shit, they had like things up, like little walls up and shit. So you couldn't even really see which way you was going until you get off of the little ramp. Like, it was crazy. So I'm like, yeah, but I don't know which way to go. It's like so much going on right here. So he like, okay, well, go straight that way, and then y'all gonna go down, y'all see where y'all at, and you go from there. So I'm like, okay, we go this way. So he's like, yeah, all right. That was it, right? We're gonna get his boy name, because this guy, sorry. We're gonna give him a name. And we're gonna give him a name. We're just gonna call him Lou. I don't know why. We're just gonna call him Lou. So Lou, he was just like, yeah, y'all go down there, go down that way or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. That was it. So he was like, okay. And we like, thanks. And he like, okay. Like, you know, he just was being weird. I'm like, bitch, let's go. So we walk. We finally end up making it to Planet Hollywood. So everybody outside, y'all, mind y'all, this is the crazy part about it is, Lou, he looked at to be about like, he could have been like in his 30s or something like that. And then like by Planet Hollywood, it's like all type of people, you know, because in Vegas you're gonna run across people from different countries. You're gonna run across all type of people, whatever. So I mean, it was a lot of people that was like kind of close to our age, probably like 21, 18 and shit, you know, people that look kind of like our age or whatever. But when I tell y'all, I don't know if we looked at like some little ass kids or what, because wasn't nobody really trying to talk to us. Like, nobody was trying to talk to us. And I'm just like, don't nobody like us, like, you know. But not like that. Like, it would be a few little like people that come up to us, but it was just like whatever. So it would be like whatever. So we end up walking around. We was trying to find somebody to buy us a drink, y'all. Nobody trying to buy us a drink. Like, it was like nobody trying to buy us no drink, y'all. Only people that was really coming up to us and trying to talk to us was old men, like old ass men from like old ass men land. And they was really trying to talk to us. So we just like, what the fuck? So Toxic was like, let's just go talk to like a group of girls or something, try to be cool with them. But I'm like, they not gonna buy us no alcohol, you know, because most likely these girls is like in their 20s, and like we trying to ask you to buy us alcohol. Like, we could lie and say we like 18, 19 or whatever, but come on now. So I'm like, I don't know. So we end up seeing these group of girls, right? It was these group of girls, and Toxic like, let's go just talk to them or whatever. So we go over there, and right when one thing we walk over there, Toxic start twerking. Like, why are you doing that? She just starts twerking, and she like, hey, like she's saying, hey, nobody else is saying it. So I'm just like, girl, like, you know, like like laughing, you know, like, okay, girl, enough. You know, like, I ain't finna get down there and embarrass myself with you, because they was really looking like, the fuck this bitch come twerking our circle for? Like, why is you doing all of that? So I'm just like, and then she was just like, what's up? Hi, y'all. So I'm like, hi. And they just like basically, what do y'all want? Like, what do y'all want? So we like, oh, hey, like, where y'all from? You mind you, because they basically wasn't really saying shit. So we like, where y'all from? And they like, LA. And we like, oh, we from LA too. Like, oh, so this Toxic, what school y'all go to? Bitch, we're not supposed to be as, like, I mean, what? So she like asking them, and they just like, oh, like, and they just walked away. Like, they really gave us the most coldest, like, who the fuck is y'all, and why are y'all even talking to us? Y'all weird as hell. So I'm like, now we seem like weirdos. Like, a lot of people even seen that, like, Toxic, you stressing me out. So we end up going inside of Fat Tuesdays or whatever. When we went inside of Fat Tuesdays, we just so happened to meet these guys. So we met these guys. They was Russians, and they was like young though. They was younger. They probably was like, I don't know how old they was. They said they was like, we told them we was 17. Like, we was not really even lying about our age to nobody, like, but we told them we was 17. And they didn't care. I think they said they was like, they just had graduated college, one of them. You know what? They probably was way older than what they said they was. Yeah, he said he was going to be a doctor. He just graduated. He couldn't have been 21. He said they was like 21. They was like, this is our first time in Vegas. Ah, like, you know, they was lit. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So we end up meeting them, we hanging out with them, and they got us some drinks. So we like cool, we walking around with our Fat Tuesdays and shit like that. We just lit, like we just turned up. But mind y'all, we was kind of really trying to shake them because we wanted to look cool. Like now if we have our drinks in our hand, then God, we thinking, okay, then people gonna try to talk to us now because we look grown and we look like we got some shmoney or something. Like we, you know, we ain't looking like two broke girls, two broke kids on the strip. Like, you know, so we was trying to shake them, but they was not having that at all. Like they wasn't having it. So they like, y'all want to eat? Like y'all want to eat? So we like, all right, whatever. So we end up going to eat or whatever at some little, I forgot, some little random ass place. And when we was in there, these motherfuckers was so loud and crazy, y'all. So the waitress comes over there. She like, hi, what would y'all like? And he was just like, what? And she was like, how can I help y'all? Like, did you see on the menu? Did you see what you want? He was like, so you're just not gonna give us time? Like, give us the time we need? Like, I'm just like, it's okay. Like, that's what this is her job. Like, you know, that's what she does. And he was like, what are you talking? Like, no, she's bothering us. Is there a manager? I'm like, she's not bothering us. Like, this is her job. This is what she's supposed to do. Like, the fuck? So he's like, no. Like, they was just really going crazy. And then these guys, they kept trying to take pictures of us too. And it was weird because we didn't really want them to take pictures of us. Like, they didn't want to take pictures with us. They wanted to take pictures of us, if that makes any sense. So I think I have a picture with one of them, and if I could find it, I'll insert it or whatever. But I do have it, but I just gotta find where it's at. But I'll insert it if I can find it. So they kept, and then after that, like, because when they went to take pictures of us, that's when I was like, let's take pictures together. Because what the fuck, why do you want our pictures? Y'all, I'm just thinking about the movie Hostel, because I remember they said that's a true story. Don't remember where they said was located, but yeah. Oh no, the guys wasn't from Russia, they was from Belgium. Yeah, so I'm thinking about the movie Hostel, and then they was hostile to the ladies. So I'm just like, we gotta get away from these niggas. So yeah, so whatever, they was real just turned up in there and stuff. So we end up lying and telling them, like, I'm like, oh well, my mom said we gotta make it back, so we'll be back. So they like, okay, we'll try to sneak out later and come to our room. We could party up like some real Americans. And I just didn't understand what they meant by that, but it didn't sound too safe. So I'm just like, okay, we'll get y'all information, we'll see y'all again. So we end up shaking them or whatever. And then like right when we thought we shook them, they walked right back up. And I'm like, fuck. And they like, I thought y'all was leaving. Mind you, we outside of Planet Hollywood. This time we talking to people and we just like, you know, chilling. So they was like this, but when they caught us, we was by ourselves. So they thought we were out there. Sorry. So they like, I thought y'all was leaving. So we like, we went on our ride or whatever. So they was like, oh, okay, all right, well, you want us to wait with you? And it's just like, no, it's a fucking, we're on Vegas Strip. It's people outside everywhere. You don't have to wait with us. Like, so we like, no, it's cool or whatever. Like, it's cool. So they like, oh, okay, like, you know, like they just walking with us. Like we start walking more down, they walking with us. They like, we want to make sure y'all get in the car safely. You guys are kids, and then y'all gotta sneak back out to us. And I'm just like, how you gonna say we kids in the same sentence as saying sneak back out into our room? Make it make sense, sir. So I'm just like, all right, so we walking with him. So when we're walking with them boys or whatever, them guys, guess who we end up seeing? Because I'm like, I'm like whispering to her, like, girl, we gotta get rid of them. Like, bitch, what? Like, I'm not trying to leave early because these people is annoying us. So I'm like, our brother. There's like, your brother? I said, yeah, we must be. I was like, our brother. Guess what we end up seeing? Like down the way, so Lou, the guy we asked for directions. So I'm like, I'm like, I know what I'm finna do. I walk up to him and I was like, brother, so we finna walk around like, I'm not giving him a chance to say nothing because I'm like, I don't want him to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I be doing that a lot to random people when I feel like I'm being harassed somewhere. Like I did it in Hollywood before and the person really was standing there like, the fuck? But you don't give them a chance. You just find people that seem cool. You don't give them a chance to speak back because then it's gonna ruin everything. But so it's like, I don't know, it always works out for me. Like it always works, it never fails, because they feel like, oh, she with men now, and they, whatever predator creepy shit that they had in mind, they just, I don't know. So I went up to him and I'm just like, brother, what the fuck? Like, oh, so we outside, we gonna be walking around? Like, okay, that's cool, we already got our drinks. I'm just blabbing, blah 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 blah, not giving him a chance to talk. But he wasn't walking away, he was just standing there and looking like, And then he looked at them and he was like, "Those your friends?" And I was just like, "Oh yeah, but bye." We was saying bye because we told y'all we gonna meet up and we gonna go. So we told y'all, and they was just like, "Okay, like bye, brother," like, you know, and they left. So we like, cool. So we stand there with him for a minute, and I was just like, "Thank you, like, thank you so much." And he was just like, "Yeah, it's cool, it's cool." And I'm just like, yeah, because we was trying to get away from them. And the toxic, like, yeah, we was really trying to get away from them, and they just wouldn't leave us alone. He was like, "Okay." So I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. So then he starts walking. So I'm like, all right, well, thanks. And we just start walking a different way. Because I'm just like, what the fuck? This man is fucking weird. So then next thing you know, when we walk in a different way and we just like walking around the strip, we end up running into him again. Like, it was probably like 5 minutes later. So he clearly went a different way and then turned back around and was right behind us, because it ain't no way. So we end up walking into him again, and he just like, "I feel like y'all want to hang out with me or something, because y'all in my face every time I see y'all." And I'm just thinking, this time we didn't even speak to you, but whatever. So he was like, "Y'all want to hang out with me?" So at this point, it wasn't really shit popping. Like, nobody was trying to talk to us. Like, unless, I remember, like, nobody was trying to talk to us. So I'm just like, all right, whatever. So we like, yeah, we can hang out. So we like, "Who are you out here with?" He was like, "Oh, I came to the neck. Like, I came by myself to Vegas. Like, I'm from LA. Where y'all from?" So we like, "We from LA. Like, what?" Like, you know, we like, "What part?" You know, we discussing and shit like that. So he like, "Yeah, I drove out here by myself." He was like, "Because I do music." He was like, "I actually am a rapper." He was like, "And I had a show out here." He's like, "My show was, I had already performed." And he was like, "And I might be doing some shit tomorrow before I leave." He's like, "And I had to lay down some tracks, so I'm gonna drop the album." You know, so I'm like, to Toxic, like, "Girl, it's a rapper. We're going to a show." Like, you know, and she just like, "Oh, so you a rapper?" Like, "Oh, okay." Like, you know, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. This when Kendrick Lamar was fresh on the scene. So he just mentioned, he like, "Yeah, y'all know Kendrick Lamar? Like, y'all fuck with him?" And I'm like, "I fuck with him. Like, I like Kendrick." And he like, "Yeah, that's my dog. You know, he trying to get me in there, but I'm trying to fix up my album. So I'm trying to figure it out. Like, if can I even make time for him or whatever like that." So I'm just like, you make time? Like, you know, I'm like, that would be hot. Like, so we like, "Can we hear some of your music?" He like, "Not right now." Like, no. So we like, oh. "Okay, so what's your name? Like, you know, what's your name?" He like, "My name Lou." So we like, "Oh, okay, Lou, like, that's cool." He like, "Y'all heard of me?" So I'm like, "I think I heard of you. Like, I think I did. Which one was yours?" Like, you know, and Toxic like, "Yeah." So we playing along. We ain't never heard this man a day in our life. Toxic like, "Yeah, I think we did hear that one, Symone, that one song." And I'm like, "Toxic, that one song, what was your song? Like, which one was your song?" And he was just like, "I don't think y'all heard my song, because I just got a lot of unreleased shit." So it was like, me and her looked at each other like, damn, we got caught up in a lie. But it's like, why did you even ask if we knew who you was when you know we didn't know who you was? But then again, how do you have unreleased music if you said you just performed somewhere? You might perform it. Whatever. So we like, okay, whatever. So he like, "Yeah, y'all drinks is empty. Y'all want some more drinks?" So we like, "Yeah," but he like, "First, how old are y'all? Because y'all look real young. Like, y'all look young as hell." He's like, "And I seen y'all walking from way over there. So where was y'all even coming from?" Like, and so I'm just thinking, like, when the fuck did he see us? Like, how did he see us walk from Circus Circus? He must have drove past or something, but that's very weird, but whatever. So he like, "Y'all must be real young." So we like, I'm like, "I'm 17 and a half. I used to love saying that. "I'm 17 and a half. I'll be 18 like in November." He was just like, "Okay, all right. So you grown. What about you?" And it's Toxic like, "Yeah, I'm 18. I don't know why she lied, but it really didn't matter because clearly he didn't care. So he was like, "Okay, all right, grown. So y'all just can't get no drinks for yourself?" So we like, "No." So he like, "Yeah, but they not gonna let me buy multiple drinks. So unless I just go to different places, buy a drink, y'all hold," like, you know, like that. He's like, "But we could get a drink. We could share a big Fat Tuesday, like those big long ones." And which sounds cool or whatever, but we don't know you to be putting our mouths on the same thing as you. That's not happening. So whatever. So we like, "Yeah, just let me get a drink or whatever." He was like, "Y'all, if y'all don't mind, we could go to a liquor store and get a bottle." So we just like, whatever. Like, you know, at this point, okay, whatever you want to do. Like, it don't matter. So he's like, all right, well, y'all just follow me. Y'all with me for the night. I'm Lou. He was like, "I'm going to just let y'all know this now. If people come up to y'all, want to ask questions for me, like, don't get too surprised, because, you know, I'm really big out here." And it's like, how are you big again? I'm thinking in my head, how is you big, Lou, when you don't even got music out? How are you big? Big where? Big where? I'm just kidding, but no. So I was so confused by that, but I'm just like, whatever. So Toxic like, oh, that's cool. So like basically we finna be like mini celebrities. And he like, yeah, watch, when y'all get back to LA, everybody gonna know like, oh, y'all was with Lou in Vegas. And I'm just like, how would they know? Like, I really said that. And he was like, how would they not know? Everybody's here. But then it's like, nigga, we're 17. Like, our friends are not here. So I was just like, yeah, that's true. He like, yeah, so y'all finna be a big deal. He's like, I'm just letting y'all know now, when y'all get back to LA, it's gonna be a lot of shit. Bitches gonna wanna be hanging out with y'all to get close to me. It's just gonna be a lot going on. So I'm like, let's take pictures. He was like, I don't do that. So Toxic like, why you don't do that? Like, you know, we could be your fans and you not trying to take pictures with us. And he just like, I just don't do all of that because, you know, females be messy. Not y'all females, but, you know, other females be messy and I ain't got time for that shit. My baby mama don't be wanting me to see my son because bitches be doing shit. Not y'all not bitches, but other bitches and then shit. Like, and I'm just like, but if you a rapper, how's your how is your baby mama? That's like if Usher take a picture with a fan, his baby mama gonna say, oh, you can't see your kids because you take pictures with too many hoes for me. Like, what? But you're an artist. You don't take, like, what? He like, yeah, he was like, but I just don't want to do too much. He was like, because females be doing too much. He was like, so I don't want to take a picture with y'all. Then it's going to look like I'm in Vegas having this wild, crazy, like, orgy with 2 girls. And it's just not going to look right for my image. And I'm like, but we going to take a picture outside taking a selfie. Like, you know, mind y'all, we didn't want to take a picture with this nigga that bad. But it's just now you're saying some dumb shit. So we want to ask questions. So he like, yeah, it's just going to look crazy. I'm like, it's not like we're going to be taking a picture in a bed laying down talking about, ooh, we have fun with Lou. He like, yeah, but it's just too much. He was like, a selfie, like maybe if somebody could take a picture of us, I could do a peace sign, you know, like a fan photo. Maybe I could sign it, you know, on a like a picture and y'all upload it that way. Nigga, so you want us to go buy a fucking disposable camera, take a picture with you, have you sign it, and then I upload it? Nigga, where am I even? I'm not uploading this anywhere. Honestly, the fuck? I'm just like, okay. So Toxic was like, stop asking that nigga because he's just doing too much. And I was like, yeah, you are doing the most. I was like, well, thank you, sir. Well, we probably just gonna walk around. He was like, nah, y'all with me tonight. Like, don't let the photos get you. It's really my baby mama. I'm fighting a custody battle. And, you know, I really need to see my son. And I'm just confused. Like, you know, at this point, I'm really like, this nigga is weird. He was like, but let me, y'all, we want alcohol. You know, I ain't even trying to get in my personal life. We want alcohol. I just had a good show. I just made a lot of money. We want alcohol. I'm about to get y'all whatever y'all want tonight. It's on me. So the whatever y'all want tonight is what really made us stay. Because honestly, we was going to walk away from this weird ass nigga because it's like, bro, why is you telling us you going through a custody battle so you can't take a picture with us? But you talking about you this big nigga and everybody going to know we was with you. But how would they know if we don't have a photo to prove it? And y'all. So I'm just like, whatever. So he like, yeah, so we walking. He like, so what's up? Like, y'all go to school? So I tell him like, oh, what school I go to or whatever. Don't know why I told this man my exact school I went to. And he just like, oh, okay, never heard of that. Because this is when I went to Claremont. So he like, never heard of that, whatever. Okay. He kept saying Paramount. And I'm like, no, with a C. And he like, oh, yeah, never heard of that. It's probably not really. But you know, y'all probably my fans up there. Y'all niggas. No, we're not. So I'm just like, okay. So he like, yeah, acting Toxic, and she was like, what school she went to or whatever. So he like, oh, okay, yeah, I've been up there. Like, you know, this one girl, he named a girl, and she was like, no. So he's like, oh, do you know blah blah blah? She got like a big booty, she got some fat ass titties. And he like, it got awkward. So it was like, oh yeah, her. So he like, yeah, that's my ex. So again, I'm just like, we never asked this man how old he was. So when he said that, that's when it made me want to ask him. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I think I went to school with her or something like that. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I'm like, how long y'all dated? He like, you know, we dated for like on and off for like a year or two. This was like a year ago. So I'm like, okay. How was it on and off for a year or two? Like, which one is it? So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, you went there? He was like, nah, I ain't go there. That's not me. I ain't go there. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So I'm like, what year you graduate? Like, you graduate last year? Like, or you graduate this year? Because I graduate this year. Well, I graduated already because it was the summer. So I'm like, what year you graduate? He said, girl, what year I graduated? He said, girl, I already done graduated. And he was all like, you don't know how old I look? How old I look? So I'm like, I don't know. Like, you know, so he like, we don't know. And Toxic was like 21. Like, you know, we just want everybody to be 21 because we want some alcohol. So he's just like, I look 21. That is a fucking crazy lie that you would say that. I don't look no 20. I look 21. I look 21. He just doing the most. So we like, how old are you? How old are you? Like, just say it. So he's like, I'm 30. So it was like, oh, okay. Like, you know, 30's not old, but just him saying that you dated a 17-year-old girl 2 years ago and you're 30, that means she was 16 or 15. Because, yeah, on and off for a year or two. So she was like 15 years old and you was like 29, 20, yeah. So he was like 28 dating a 15-year-old. So I'm just like, huh. Interesting. So, you know, like, okay, that's cool. So we just walking. I didn't even want to ask no more questions about that shit because we really just want our alcohol. And I'm like thinking to myself, we gonna ditch this nigga because he's fucking weird. Like, he's weird. So we just walking. We end up getting a bottle, y'all. He got, I forgot what he got. It was some nasty ass shit. And we just drinking a bottle like, ugh, burning our throats. Like, that shit was gross. So then he was like, yeah, y'all want that Fat Tuesday? Y'all want that Fat Tuesday? So we like, yeah. So he like, y'all know where I'm staying at? Yo, y'all know where I'm staying at. So we like, no. Like, how would we know? How would we know? So he like, I'm surprised y'all know. Like, it was a big thing when I touched down to Vegas. It was all in the like news and all on what was that shit called back in the day? Media Takeout. He was like, it was all on Media Takeout. Like, Lou was in Vegas. Lou finna be performing. So I'm like, oh, I don't really be on Media Takeout like that. And he was like, yeah, it was all on there. He was like, yep, they gave me a nice ass room at the I think he said the Bellagio or something. I forgot where the fuck he said. But he's like, they gave me a nice ass room, so I'm just right there. So we like, oh, okay, that's cool. So he like, yep. So we was like, oh, okay, well, after we got our alcohol and shit, we like, we finna go to the mall. So he was like, okay, y'all even know how to get there? Because mind y'all, it's so confusing. So we like, no. So he like, I'll walk with y'all to the mall, then we could go our separate ways. So we like, fine. So we end up going, but he was like, the mall's gonna be closed. He's like, so is there any certain stores y'all want to go into? Because we could go inside of one of those casinos or whatever. So we like, okay. So we go in there, and I'm like, I really want to go to Victoria's Secret, right? Y'all, this is when shit start getting very strange. This story is crazy, but it's like kind of long, but y'all, but anyway, so he was like, y'all want to go? So we like want to go to Victoria's Secret or whatever. So he like, all right, cool, like let's go to Victoria's Secret. So I'm gonna show y'all where it's at. He's like, and then I guess I go my separate ways because I want to go to my room and like roll up and then come back outside. Like, I just want to do that real quick. So we like, okay, like, you know, where Victoria's Secret at? Fuck. So we walking. He ended up, when he's walking in front of us, and like when we trying to talk to him, like say something to him, he's really giving us like cold shoulder, like we some random ass bitches that's just walking behind him and won't stop talking to him. Like, I'm just like, yeah, when we get to Victoria's Secret, we for sure splitting from this nigga. He was really just giving weird ass vibes. So we walking because we had asked him something. He really was just like look back like, who the fuck they talking to type shit. So I'm just like, the fuck. So we end up getting to Victoria's Secret. When we get in there, he like, yeah, here it go, Victoria's Secret for the ladies. Like, you know, we like, okay. So he like, yeah, so what y'all getting? So I'm like, well, I just really wanted to get some panties, you know, because they be having the panties deal. So he like, okay, what kind of panties you be wearing? So I'm like, whatever panties I think is cute. Like, fuck. So he like, well, I'm gonna buy you some panties then. I'm gonna buy you some panties. Can I buy you some panties that I think is cute? And I'm just like, I look at Toxic and I was like, okay. And Toxic was like, so you gonna buy both of us some panties? And he's like, no, I'm gonna just buy her some panties. And I was like, well, if you buy me some panties, you gotta buy my friend some panties too. And he was like, but wasn't y'all gonna already buy your own panties? And I was just like, well, I'm just saying, like, you know. And he was just like, so he was like, I'm just saying, like. So I just told her, I said, girl, I'll just give you some of my panties. He never said how many I could get. Like, I'll just give you some of mine. So pick out panties that you like. Because either way go, he's buying you some panties. Like, you buying panties, nigga? You buying panties. The fuck? So he like, all right, whatever. So he walking around. He just getting all type of lace thongs. He like, oh, this, you. These are for you. These are you. So I'm confused at this point because we never really like came at him like that, you know. But he was like, oh shit. Like, you know, after he like looking at panties and shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, I guess those is cute, whatever. Because the panties I was picking up, like the cheeksters and shit like that, like the boy short kind of like panties or whatever. He like, I ain't digging those. Like, he really wanted me to have all thongs, lace thongs, whatever. And I was just so confused, like, all right, whatever. So Toxic, we just getting these free panties or whatever. So he was like, I see what you're doing. You gonna get your homegirl some of your panties. And I was just like, so? And he's like, nah, it's cool. I'll buy her some panties too. He was like, get your drawers, girl. He was like, but you only getting the panties that I like you to wear too, that I think you would look nice in. He's like, because y'all over here looking for niggas, I'm trying to help y'all. So you think we're gonna put these panties on and walk down the strip? So we just like, okay. So I'm like, I'm gonna get some sprays too, because at this point you're weird and you gonna buy me some sprays as well. So I'm like, I'm gonna get some sprays. So we get him. He like, oh, I like this scent, I like this scent. And the next thing you know, like, he picking up something and then he should like put it down real quick and like start ducking like that. So I'm like, what's wrong, Lou? Like, what happened? He like, fuck, I think I just seen paparazzi. That nigga been following me all day. He was like, and this is not gonna look good, me being up in here with two girls. Oh, this shit is on me. Fuck my. He said, let me call my agent. I gotta call my agent. I'll be right back. So at this point, I'm thinking like, this nigga just not gonna buy us these panties. He's doing all this weird ass shit. Like, bro, we didn't need you. We was gonna buy our own shit any fucking way. Like, so what's your point? Like, maybe the tab is going up too high. You know, I don't know. So we in there, we talking shit. I'm like, he's weird. She like, right? I'm like, hopefully he don't come back. She like, right? I hope so too, because like, he's weird as fuck. I'm like, right? Like, he's doing weird ass shit. Like, bro, ain't nobody even worried about you. Like, you're dusty. Like, he really was dusty as hell, but that's neither here nor there. So we just like, the fuck? Like, he's weird. Like, the paparazzi, bro. Nobody even walked by with a camera. And who the hell is Lou? So we just like, whatever. So when we get in line, we got in line, and when we was next up, he hurried up and ran up. He said, hey, I got this. And he ended up paying for our shit. So I was like, okay, Lou, Uncle Lou, Lou, hey Lou. Like, you know, I'm just like, all right. So he paid for our stuff. He's like, yeah. He was like, but I really want to go. He's like, I like hanging out with y'all. Like, we should go eat and stuff. But we already ate. He's like, but we could get some more drinks then if y'all want to. We could actually get some Fat Tuesdays. I know y'all like that little sugary shit. And we like, yes. He was like, but I really want to go to my room, like, and roll up. Like, I need to get some more to roll up. So we like, okay, well, just get our number and hit us. Like, you know. And he like, nah, just come with me to my room, y'all. Then we eat some Fat Tuesdays in there. So we like, look at each other like, should we go to this guy's room? You know, and she just like, Toxic was like, let's just go. Like, let's just go. Like, you know, he seems cool. Like, you know. And mind you, we're having this conversation right in his face. Like, he's literally right there. And Toxic like, yeah, he seems cool. Like, he bought us some panties. And I'm like, that's true. You know, like, he do kind of seem cool. I'm like, but I don't know. Like, we not trying to do nothing like that. He was like, he just standing there listening to us. And she like, yeah, but we ain't gonna do nothing we don't want to do. He wouldn't try that shit. He know better. And I'm like, right. Because I would have my people come over here real quick. And she like, see? And he just standing there. Like, we really having this conversation in this man's face. And he was just like, I'm not on that like that. Like, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm not on that like that. Like, I'm not. So we like, okay. He's like, and again, I don't want no scandals going on. He's like, so when y'all get in there, y'all don't take no pictures and nothing like that. Mind you, it's a hotel room, bro. They all look the same in the inside for the most part. Like, so we like, whatever. So we end up going up. We go to this room. He fake looking for this weed that he clearly already had in his pocket. So he looking around for the weed like, ooh, do. He like, y'all ain't got to pee or nothing like that. So we like, nah, we good. So he like, y'all trying them panties? And we like, no. Like, I'm like, the fuck? And he was just like, I'm just kidding. He's like, but I'm gonna need to see, like, do they fit? I'm gonna want to know, because if not, we go exchange them. Like, y'all should try them on. I thought y'all should try y'all panties on. Just go ahead and try them on. Like, I could go in the bathroom while y'all try them on. Why wouldn't we go in the bathroom and try them on? Even though we're not about to try them on. Like, this is not what we finna do. So we like, nah. So Toxic was like, you want to just try them on? So I'm like, no. So then he like, just try them on. Y'all should try them on. So Toxic like, I'm gonna try mine on. So I'm just like, girl, what? And then she start unbuckling her pants right there. So I said, come on. Like, I pulled her to go to the bathroom. And we in the bathroom, we talk. I'm like, girl, why are you trying on these panties? She was like, because we could probably get a lot of more shit out of him. And I said, I'm cool. Like, I'm cool. He's already a creep. Like, he dates 15-year-old girls. Like, you know? And she's just like, but girl, like, we didn't even have to do nothing and we got draws. And I'm just like, it's cool. It's just draws. Like, it's just a thong, girl. Like, we was gonna buy it anyway. It's not like we done got the money for it. Like, you know, like, and she's just like, girl, we could get a lot out of him. He's a rapper. Like, no telling what else he gonna buy us and da-da-da-da-da. Like, she's just saying all this stuff. She's like, I just think you should try it on. And I'm like, I'm not. Like, the fuck I look like? Bro, he's a grown man with a kid. He know what a thong look like on a girl. Like, the fuck? So I'm like, nah, I'm cool. So she was like, well, I'm gonna try him on because I'm gonna get me some shit out of this man. And watch, when it's you gonna have to be asking me to get you something out of my stuff, you gonna be mad that you didn't try him on. I'm just like, girl, don't try them on. Like, you know, we really having a whole argument in the bathroom because I'm like, why are you trying to try them on? I'm just like so mad at her. I'm just like, bitch, don't try them on. And she was like, I'm gonna try them on. I said, I'm gonna have my mom come pick us up because I'm like, you're doing too much. I'm like, if you try these on and go walk out, I'm like, he's gonna be on some weird shit. And she was just like, well, I mean, he is a rapper, like, you know. And I said, girl, we don't even know who he is. And she was just like, but he performed out here. I'm like, we don't even know if that was true. And she was like, girl, come on. And I'm just like, girl. And she's just like, girl. And I'm just like, girl. And she like, girl. I'm like, bitch. No, like, come on now. So she like, I'm gonna just put one pair on and I'm gonna tell him to put the other one on, and then I'm gonna be like, let's go. So I'm just like, girl, like, you're doing the most. She was like, I'm gonna just try them on. So she ended up just putting them on. I can't stop her from putting on these damn panties. And I'm like, well, put your pants on and just show him, like, the side. Like, tell him they fit or something like that. And she was like, no, I'm gonna go out like that. Like, girl, this a grown man. We acting childish. Like, you being childish. Girl, like, I don't care. I'm a child. Okay? I just wanted some thong. Well, whatever. So she go out or whatever, and she just like, okay, how they look. And he was like, damn, you got a fat ass, because she did have a fat ass. Like, she was thick. So he like, damn, okay, toxic. And he was like, Symone, come out with yours on. And I came out with my pants, and I said, yeah, I'm not trying them on. So he was like, why you not trying them on? And I was like, because. He was like, come on, we all cool, we cool. He said, remember I saved y'all from them guys, brother, remember that? I said, yeah, that's cool enough, but I'm not trying them on. He was like, after I just bought you some panties, you ain't gonna try them on? So I'm like, no, if you want them back, you could have them. Like, and I was being funny. I'm like, you give them to your baby mama, maybe she'll let you see your kid. And I started laughing. He just got serious. He was like he gave me the most coldest look, like, bitch, don't play with me and my motherfucking kid, ho. No, I'm just kidding. But no, he gave me the coldest look, like, why would you say that? And I just was laughing, because I have, like, a weird humor, and I laugh at crazy shit, and I say most randomest shit, you know? And I thought it was funny. Like, it was. And he was just like, no, I don't even play like that. After he really gave me a cold look for a cool minute and didn't say shit, he was like, don't even play like that. So I'm like, yeah, but I'm not trying them on. So I'm like, toxic, put your clothes on and let's go. Like, you know, I'm like, let's go. We're going to get us Fat Tuesday. So he like, why y'all ain't trying to chill? You so in a rush, huh? You in a rush, and you was the one who, it wouldn't, none of this would have happened if it wasn't for her. Like, I'm showing y'all a good time. Like, niggas out here spending money. Like, you used to little ass boys. They probably, buy you an ice cream cone? Like, he really saying all this. So I was like, I guess, like, my little boyfriends be flocking, baby. They be getting this extra money, so I get more than ice cream cone. No, I'm just kidding. Probably or probably not. Who knows? But I'm just like, I really don't care about what those boys my age are buying me, because at least they're my age. Yeah. So I'm just like, okay. Like, he like, yeah, so why you acting like that? All right, you ain't gotta try them on. So then I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, toxic, put your pants back on. Like, cause she's just standing there. He was like, we could chill, we could smoke. So I'm like, oh, you could smoke up in here? He like, yeah, they gave me the room, da 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 da. He's like, and I got like some shots up in here if y'all want to take some. So I'm like, no. So he like, yeah, y'all chill. It would have been cool if y'all could just chill in y'all new clothes I got y'all. Okay, well, I'm not. So then she just like look at me, and I'm just looking at her like, what the fuck, bitch? I don't give a fuck. So we just sitting there, she laying on the bed like this, and he just like, He was like, dang, I might have to get in trouble. Not TMZ. He's like, media takeout might have to put that story out about the orgy, because it looks like it's about to go down. I said, bitch, get the fuck up. We getting up out of here. Like, get up. We getting up out of here. I said that just like that. He was like, I'm just kidding. What the fuck? I would never do y'all like that. I'm kidding. Like, I'm playing. You don't know how to take a joke. And she just laughing like, she was like, so, do you pay child support to your baby mama? Bitch, what? And he was like, she trying to get up more child support. I'm already paying her $30 a month. So I'm like, you pay her $30 a month and that's too much for you? And he was like, little girl business, little girl shit. And I don't like when people call me a little girl. I don't give a fuck if I was 2. Don't call me no motherfucking little girl. That shit pisses me off, because there ain't no little girl about me. I be making big moves. So I'm just but I'm just like, don't call me a little girl. He was like, I'm just saying, like, $30, come on now. Because I knew damn well this nigga wasn't finna say what he said, and he gonna say 30 racks. I pay her 30,000. Lulu, you don't pay nobody no motherfucking 30 racks. So I was just like, you pay her $30,000. And he was like, yeah, I pay her 30 a month. And she trying to get it up. She trying to get it raised up. And I feel like that's enough money to take care of my son. And I was like, and where you say you lived at again? And he was just like, why? Like, oh, you trying to judge? It don't matter. He said, I'm from the hood. I ain't gonna leave the hood. That don't got nothing to do with my pockets. So I'm like, okay, that's just your priorities seem to be fucked up, and maybe that's why she ain't letting your kid come around, because you want to stay in the hood. And he was just like, see, that's that little girl mentality. That's why I should never had a baby with a little ass girl too, because that's that mindset y'all have. Like, da da da. So I said, oh, your girlfriend in high school too? Like, you know, I'm like, oh, your baby mama in high school too? Like, at this point, we kind of going back and forth. He like, oh, you trying to be funny. You trying to be funny. My baby mama a grown-ass woman, but she got that little girl mindset. He was like, maybe I should have had a baby with somebody like her. Talking about toxic. He was like, because she don't seem like a little girl. And I said, well, she is. Like, you know, what the fuck? We both are. Since you want a little girl, it's so bad. The fuck? Sir. So he just like, you know, we just kind of going back and toxic like Symone, just chill. Like he just trying to show us a good time. When have a rapper ever showed us a good time? And I was like, maybe when we get of age, we should have a lot of good times with rappers. Like, you know, the fuck? Like I'm just really like, this is this. And she was like, I just want to smoke. I just want to drink. I just want to have fun. I just want to enjoy myself. You know, he said he gonna show us a good time. Everything on him. He was like, yeah, everything on me. Why is you even tripping? He was like, I know what she need. She need the blunt. And he gonna walk up to me and he trying to like, he doing all this like getting close. Like he trying to put it in my mouth. And I slapped his hand. I said, what the fuck is you doing? And he was just like, oh hell no, why you acting like that? Like you need to be more like her. Like you need to be like her. And she like, Symone, just go try on the panties and come back and breathe. Like I said, bitch, no. So I'm like, get up, I'm finna get all our ride, we finna go, like we finna leave, because at this point this is weird. So he just started dying laughing. He started dying laughing to where it kind of creeped us out to where we both stopped and we just looking. And I'm just like, at this point I'm pulling her arm like, bitch, get the fuck up. And he laughing. He was like, ah, like, like it's like, it was just the most funniest shit in the world. So I'm just like, he was like, got you, I got you, I got you. And I was like, you got me what? He was like, I was just playing. All of this was a fucking joke. He was like, I always bring girls to the room just to see if they real ones or if they groupies. He was like, and y'all passed the test, y'all not groupies. Y'all not groupies. He said, because the groupies with Ben had tried to be all on me, trying to do me. He was like, yeah, you passed the test. You passed. He was like, I'm sorry if I didn't mean to call you a little girl, nothing like that. I just really had to take it there to see how far you would have went, because they be like, oh yeah, let's do this without a condom. I said, the fuck? Who just says that? Like, why, who says that in an argument? Like, how you arguing with a bitch and then she just say, me without a condom? What? So I'm just like, toxic, let's go. So he like, I was just kidding. Like, I really was kidding. He was like, we can't even smoke up in here. Like, we ain't finna chill in here. He's like, girl, put your damn clothes on. Laying all on the bed with your ass out, looking all good and shit. Put your damn clothes on before I get a bad story on my head talking about me in the media. And I said, yeah, because you wouldn't want them to be talking about how you was in a room with 2 underage girls. And he just was like, he gave it a little serious look. And he was just like I said, we gonna put everything behind us after what you said and I said, because I was just playing. And I know I just worked you up because I was just trying to give y'all the groupie test. So I'm like, whatever. So he like, what else do y'all like? Y'all want to go to the shoe store? Like, what y'all want? Y'all want? I owe y'all something. Just for that, y'all pass the test. Y'all get something else. What y'all want? So Toxic like, ooh, yeah, I want something. Like, ooh, Symone. Like, remember we wanted to get those Vans? Like, we was going to get those Vans. And I'm just like, I don't even want the shoes. Like, I'll buy myself. So I'm just like, yeah. Like, I asked my mom, like, I'm a little girl, remember? A little girl. So I'm just like, you know, like, whatever. So he like, yeah, y'all you want those Vans, Symone? You want those Vans? I gotta make it up to her. And he put his arm around me. He's like, girl, come on, put your damn clothes on. Let's go. And he walking with me with his arm around me. And I'm just like irritated, y'all. So she ended up putting on her pants. We ended up going out. Y'all, I'm annoyed. I'm fucking annoyed. I'll make sure I have my bag though, like my Vicky C's. So I make sure I have my bag or whatever. So we walking, and he like, yeah. So at this point, I just was really annoyed, like ready to go, because he was being so fucking weird. Like, even when we got out the elevator, because he had his arm around me the whole time. We got out the elevator, that nigga took his arm off around me so fucking fast and started walking, power walking, woo, woo, woo. Like, we behind him. I said, Toxic really trying to damn near jog to keep up. I said, bitch, no, we just finna ditch him. And she's like, girl, we finna get some shoes. Like, come on, stop. Like, we finna get some shoes. So I was just like, girl, this nigga is weird. Like, he's weird. So we're walking. And he was like, oh, we can't even get the shoes. The shoe stores is closed. He was like, but if y'all spend the night with me, we go in the morning. So I'm like, not gonna happen. So he like, well, we all live in LA. Like, we could exchange information or whatever. So I'm just like, whatever. So we end up leaving, y'all. I mean, we end up like leaving from with him. I'm like, I'm gonna have my mom come get us. He like, oh, y'all want me to walk y'all? So I'm like, no, because my mom see me. I'm like, if my mom see me with you, she gonna go call my stepdad and he gonna come beat the fuck out of you. And it's just gonna be a bad situation. Like, you're gonna be beat up real bad and you don't really want that on media takeout. Like, you know, he was just like, that's why I like you, because you think about me. No, nigga, the fuck. So, y'all, at this time, my mom was drunk as hell. Because usually we would hike way back to fucking Circus. But my mom was drunk, so I already know how to play it off. So I'm like, hey mom, come get us. She was just drunk as hell, and I'm like, well, can you actually come meet us down this way, because we wanted to help you out and come down a little further. And I'm like, and we went to New York to get on the roller coaster. Roller coaster, which we didn't even fucking do. So she was like, oh, okay, all right. So probably like 10 minutes past, my mom ended up calling me back, talking about something. I'm too drunk to drive, get a taxi. So I'm like, ugh. So we end up getting a taxi or whatever. Not to the taxi, it's just not saying that. If you're a taxi driver, not saying to a taxi, but yeah. Actually, I'll be liking taxi. Okay, sorry. So we end up getting a taxi. Boom. Long story short, y'all, this story is long. I should probably make it a part 2. Okay, yeah, I can't. This gotta be a part 2, because when we got back to LA, we ended up meeting up with this man. And yeah, let me just say, I know y'all probably thinking like, Symone, why the fuck would you meet up with him? I don't know. You know, you be bored, you know. I don't know. I probably was bored. Anyway, we both did, but I was gonna add it on, but I just thought about it. I'm like, I don't know how long this story is, because yeah, so I'm gonna just have to make that a part 2, and that would be cool. So yeah, that's the story about how we met Lou's weird ass in Vegas, and we ended up coming back home, and our weird dumb asses end up meeting up with him. But that will be for another time, y'all. So if you made it this far, y'all already know I'm about to say the same thing again. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give your girl a thumbs up and comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Vivalayoshii. Also, what I was gonna say? Oh yeah, also, so I don't know what the next, like, well, the next story time that will be my story time. I don't know if it's gonna be the part 2 to this one, or if it's gonna be the summer love affair. I think it's gonna be the summer love affair part 3, because y'all been asking me for that one. So yeah, that would be next, and then I'll give y'all this one next, or maybe not next. Y'all know I don't be in order. Sorry, y'all know I be making y'all wait. I'm sorry, it ain't nothing personal, but it be stuff coming up. Like, this story came to my head when I was on my Instagram archiving photos, because it's some photos, like I said, be cringy as hell. So before I archived them, I go through my comments. I don't know why. So I had seen him comment on my picture, and I was like, I click on the page, and I seen it was him, and I'm like, what the fuck, Lou? Like, you know, and I was like, I gotta tell this story, you know, And it's crazy, I'm like, damn, if I was cool toxic, I would have sent her like, bitch, remember Lou? But I don't even know how to even get in contact with that girl. But yeah, and I wouldn't even do that to tell her that. That's out. So anyway, so yeah, that's how I found it. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.